GearNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
Well, you know something, Mean Gene. When I want to win some money, I listen to the Fantasy Football Bros podcast. What you gonna do, dude? You're gonna listen to it. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna win some money. What you gonna do when these 26-inch pythons run wild on you, brother?
Here we go. Hey, everything on three. Number three. Wait on one. Oh, wait on three. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I'm next up in that. Eyes on three. Everything on 3 and 1. Everything.
You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Fantasy Football Bros podcast. It's your boy, the champ is here, y'all. It's Chaz, and with me to my left, as always. Oh my God, it's crossing over. There it is. It's never done that before. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jay Coleman. Jay, what's up, dog? What's up? And to my right, we have the no nickname, no nonsense.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
That's right. Back again. What's up, guys?
Guess who's back?
Jay. Very special day for us today.
Yeah.
Fantasy Football Bros.
That's right.
Happy birthday.
Happy 50th birthday to Jay Coleman.
Thanks. Cheers, bud.
I've got a Mai Tai.
I have a lemon drop.
And Jay went, because he's 15, is drinking an old fashioned.
Yep. Love it, though. I love a good old fashioned, though. I really do.
That's a South Park thing. That means it's a hand job.
Oh, really?
It's the old
fine
fashioned.
with that.
Oh, I haven't had a hand job in a long time, Sharon. And that was the episode when Sharon was really good at hand jobs because she bought the shake weight.
Oh, really?
So she was using the shake weight.
Oh, it was
all
a
the time.
shake weight episode.
And then it would spritz you in the
makes
face
sense.
with water and deposit you bus fare.
That makes sense now.
All right, guys. Free agency has begun.
It has.
And I don't know. Has it been epic?
Honestly, no.
No.
I don't
I think it's been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
I think the biggest things that have happened were trades, and they weren't even that big.
Yeah. That's what she said.
To you.
Yes.
All right, I'm half a drink in here. I'm already messing up. Yes, there were some big trades. I think the biggest impactful one so far, because a certain guy has not been traded, but I think the biggest one is probably Darren Waller to the Giants, right?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest
That's definitely the most shocking one, I think.
Yeah.
And I saw the writing on the wall when the Raiders signed Jacoby Myers. Everyone's first thought is, oh, well, there goes Hunter Renfrow. But then I was like, oh, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Because Hunter Renfrow costs nothing.
I thought did they trade Waller after they signed Myers?
Yeah,
or was it before?
Like a couple hours later. Yep. So
actually, what's even worse than that? It was like during his wedding. Did you see that?
yeah,
Darren Waller got married, and the Raiders were like, "Yeah, Darren, we're shipping you off to New York, bud."
Well, first off, what the hell?
His wife just destroyed McDaniels. It was just like, yeah, it's probably because he didn't get invited.
Well, what is Darren Waller, first of all, doing getting married on a Tuesday?
True.
That's a Tuesday in March.
I don't know if it was the same day or
No, I don't think.
weekend.
I think it was like the
week-
weekend of
Yeah,
his wedding.
yeah.
Like his wedding happened over the weekend, and then like Tuesday it was like,
Yeah.
see you later.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
I don't think it was exactly during the wedding, but
I don't think it's going to affect my rankings of him anyway. I mean, moving from Jimmy G to Daniel Jones, I mean, arguably that's actually an upgrade. So, I mean, right? Like, it could be, right?
Yeah, it could be.
it could definitely.
Can
be,
you
yeah.
for sure say it's a downgrade?
Well, it's definitely not a downgrade.
Right. So it's at least lateral.
I was going to say at very least it's lateral,
if not an upgrade, right? So,
but he's never had really a good tight end like Waller.
no,
So
he's never had anything.
They had Evan Ingram in there for a while, but he wasn't good with Eli either.
No.
He had one good season with Eli, and then just went.
And then was good after he left the Giants.
And then somehow
Had a few good games.
Trevor
last year.
Lawrence got him going again.
Because Trevor Lawrence is good. People forget about that. People forget about that because he was stuck with the worst
Raiders aren't
coach.
going to be good this year.
I don't think the Raiders are going.
I don't think so, but I mean, Josh McDaniels is buying in and getting his guys, right? So, like, I mean, Jimmy G was a guy he drafted. Jacoby Myers was a guy he drafted. So he's going to get his guys. They got Jacobs locked up. Devontae Adams is still there. Renfro. So now you don't got Waller, but you got Renfro and Adams and Jacoby Myers. So, I mean, that's not a bad three.
And a guy that can't throw more than 5 yards.
Yeah, but with those guys, Devontae's a little different, but those other guys are slot guys.
Yeah.
So he's building that core, you know?
Yeah,
So
I can see that.
I don't love it. I don't love Jimmy G.
In our group chat, I made a big stink about it.
Yeah. I don't love Jimmy G.
I don't like Jimmy G almost at all, actually. Like, I don't think I have any like for the guy.
The draft isn't far, and Anthony Richardson could be sitting there at 6 still, and I wonder what they would do in that situation.
You're such a Raiders mark.
I am a Raiders fan, and I just wonder what they would do because he's the kind of player the Raiders usually draft. An athletic dude, the fastest guy on the field. Like, that's the kind of guy the Raiders always draft, right?
Jamarcus Russell worked off.
But Jamarcus Russell wasn't the normal guy. Jamarcus Russell was like a walrus. He didn't run. He just had a huge arm. So he was actually not like the normal Raiders draft pick. He was kind of actually the exact opposite.
I just had to throw that one in there.
And to be fair to Jamarcus Russell, there was no doubt about it. He was the number 1 overall pick that year.
Yeah, he was.
Didn't matter who was picking. He had one of the best college seasons coming up to there and a great combine, and then he got addicted to purple drink. And that's what happened. I don't defend him. He sucked in the NFL, but it wasn't like the Raiders.
If they were in Vegas, it would be even worse, I think.
Oh, yeah.
They were in Oakland at the time, so
you're right.
Oh, yeah.
But for sure, I don't think
there's a blast from the past.
Nobody,
Jamarcus Russell talk.
Nobody was seeing Jamarcus Russell go 2nd overall. He was going to be 1st, no matter whom was there. So big arm, because he made. I remember back then,
big body.
Well, he gained a lot of weight, dude. He made waves.
Offensive lineman throwing a football.
Well, he made waves. I don't know, guys, if you remember this. Not in the combine. It might have been his pro day that he threw a 75-yard pass on his knees. So no lower body, just arm strength.
That.
So that just drove everyone nuts that you can make a 70. I can't make a 70-yard pass if Josh Allen was holding my hand. So I couldn't do it. I bet you Josh Allen could make a 70-yard pass on his knees.
I think you're probably
he
right
might be
about
able
that.
to.
He'd be close.
Probably.
He'd be damn close.
He'd be close. But that's with no lower body, no torque in your hips, no leg muscle. 75-yard. I don't think.
he throws 60 by flicking his wrist without any of that
I know.
either. So we'll see.
How did we get on a fucking Jamarcus Russell discussion?
What happens?
talking about how
we
shitty
talk
your
about
Raiders.
the fucking Raiders, man.
So
just talk about how dog shit they are.
well, this makes me
or at least how they've been.
This makes me like Daniel Jones
will
more.
be fired by midseason.
We got to see now. He's going to have his players in his system.
If I were to take a bet, I would say that you're probably right about that, about Josh McDaniels getting fired first. The first coach fired off the board.
I mean, he's got his system now. He's got his players. So now there's no excuses.
You're right.
And Josh Jacobs isn't his player, but it's his kind of player.
True.
So it's just like
But
Josh.
he's also on the same non-exclusive tag as
Quan.
Saquon and Lamar Jackson.
Well, that's what's happening.
So is the non-exclusive? Is that just the fancy term to say franchise tag? Because
a non-exclusive.
Because now they're saying non-exclusive tags, like anybody can sign them.
Yeah, but
it's like an unrestricted free. It's like a restricted free agent.
So
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so if any team tries to sign them, the
they
current
have
team
the
has
chance to match it, right?
Yeah, they have so
that's what
many
I thought.
days.
I think it used to be called restricted free agency. That's what it's called in the NBA.
That's what it's called in the NHL too.
Yeah, so I don't know all of a sudden
unrestricted.
where this came from. Untendered. It's just their words.
Just
folks.
a weird wording for
I wonder though.
non-exclusive franchise tag. I was like, but
And you saw that come with Josh Jacobs. And you saw that come with Saquon Barkley because what's going to happen is they're going to do it this year. They're going to do it to them next year as well. And then all of a sudden those guys are 27, 28 and
bye-bye.
the wheels are falling off, right? And then they're going to – and it's just like it's sad that that's what the running back position is. And like Le'Veon Bell tried. Le'Veon Bell tried to
tried very hard.
and he got
hold
his
out.
big deal, and he fell right off.
Yeah, but
Because he knew it was coming.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, yes, Le'Veon Bell held out, and he turned down an offer from the Steelers, held out the whole year, and then he went to the Jets, right?
He got a huge deal.
But it wasn't as much as the Steelers were going to give him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he took less money to go to the Jets than to stay on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
All I know
If I
is-
remember correctly. Someone quote me on that. Leave us some comments or something.
He did get his big
Fantasy
deal,
Football
but you're never going to see someone with a contract like Adrian Peterson had.
Well, no.
You know,
He also
Adrian Peterson-
dominated for years.
But that's nobody cares. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
I think just nobody cares about running backs.
Yeah,
anymore.
no one does
And I
care
think
about
that's
running
really what
backs.
it comes down to.
the highest paid running back right now is Derrick Henry at $16 million.
Right.
Adrian Peterson was making more than that 10 years ago. You know, that just shows
Right,
you.
but it was also a more run-heavy offense style
Yeah.
league
Yes.
where running backs were king.
Yeah.
and
Now, Derrick Henry still the king,
right.
but obviously not winning playoff games or getting to the playoffs anymore.
I think the NFL also realized who running backs are king, but for like 4 years, and then they're shot.
True. Yeah,
So-
so they take a lot more wear and tear than your average player on the field, but at the same time, like, look at the passers that we have in the league right now.
Yeah.
Like, Josh Allen's throwing 40, 50 times a game. You know, Lamar Jackson, who doesn't throw a lot, but he's the one that runs a lot.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have Aaron Rodgers has always been a passer, and, you know, whatever. He's
Oh, we'll get to
doing
him.
his thing.
We'll
We're going
get
to get
to
there later, but Joe Burrow coming in now is just, he's a pocket
Do you notice
passer.
this son of a bitch did not mention Patrick Mahomes?
I'm getting the lesser.
Fuck Patrick
I'm
Mahomes.
getting the lesser known guys than Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Like, you know, people don't. Yes, people think of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, right? I got it.
Yeah, they skip,
got it,
They
okay.
skip your boy Herbie, too.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
He's dead to
Well,
Jay.
he's dead to Jay.
Not quite.
He disappointed him a little
Yeah.
too many times.
If you guys see on the YouTube, Jay shaved. Looking good. Looking spiffy.
It is looking
Me and Adam have not.
and I won't.
And I won't either. Jay doesn't.
Twice a year.
Jay doesn't look like he's just turned 50, so it's great.
No, that's why I had to shave. It's his birthday.
Yeah.
He had to shave, so people don't say he looks 50.
Yeah, that's what it is.
For me, they're like, "What are you, like 40?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever, dude."
I started to get the gray hairs in my beard, but we're not talking about that. Let's talk. Let's you
You're
know
the
what-
oldest one here.
You know, let's bring him up.
It's about time.
It's about time.
That didn't take long.
No, I want to be. Okay, Aaron, relax. I want to be the first one to congratulate Aaron Rodgers on his new job as the New York Jets GM. And also, he's the hardest working man in the NFL because right now, currently, Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, the general manager of the New York Jets, and the owner of the Chicago Bears. That guy is the hardest working man in football right now.
Wow.
It's crazy, right?
Amazing.
He deserves all the respect in the world. Sure. Here's my take on the Aaron Rodgers situation. Is it an upgrade for the Jets? Yes, of course. Aaron Rodgers is better than Mike White.
Dude, I think you're an upgrade for the Jets.
Yes, okay. So it's an upgrade for the Jets. I don't know, honestly, and we talked this a little bit in the group chat, but I don't know if it's an upgrade for him. Like, how much better is the Jets defense than the Packers defense? They're both pretty good defenses.
Well, I think the Jets have if you're going by the numbers from last year, the Jets had a better defense. The numbers don't lie. They had less games that they allowed more points in or whatever. I don't know how the fuck you want to say it.
I
They didn't
like
have
the Packers
very many
defense.
points allowed.
See,
on defense.
I just like the Packers defense. They got great
I think
pass
the- I
rush. They
think-
got great
Yeah, I think-
Jair Alexander.
Absolutely.
Like,
I think the Packers defense is very good.
We're going to talk about the running backs. Yes, Breece Hall looked good, and Michael Carter is mid, but that doesn't match Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon by any stretch.
No.
No.
And who are his receivers in Green Bay? Alan Lazard.
He's in the
I
Jets.
think he's in the Jets now.
Yeah.
And Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb is
probably on the Jets.
on his way to the Jets.
And then
yes,
Christian Watson, who's fantastic.
Right.
And then he's over there now with Alan Lazard and Garrett Wilson, who's fantastic.
Right.
and Randall Cobb and Elijah Moore, who's probably going to
Corey Davis.
Davis is going to be cut. I bet
He's definitely going to be cut.
And Elijah Moore's been begging for a trade.
Maybe they'll have the corpse of Donald Driver come in. And
So he can literally walk in there with
Jordy Nelson is on his way to New York right now.
basically with just a swap for Garrett Wilson and Christian Watson. And I know Garrett Wilson won Rookie of the Year, but Christian Watson the last 6 or 7 games was electric.
Yeah, and I think if you would have had that streak going for the entire year like Garrett Wilson did, he could have been very, very close.
So he's literally almost downgrading because the running back's taking.
well, I mean, also it's the fucking Jets. I mean,
It's much tougher division,
yeah.
right? And let's be frank, Aaron Rodgers with all those weapons was dog shit last year.
Yeah, he did not have a good year.
Was dog shit.
And why did he not have a good year?
Because he probably didn't give a fuck.
Because of the weapons that he's begging to get traded or signed over in the Jets, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he had. I mean, he's had the same offensive line, right? I mean, those guys been protecting him
It's a
for
good
years, and
offensive
it's a
line,
very
yeah.
good offensive line. Like, so really, what was the deal? Was it because he's just trying to prove a point to the Packers organization? It's like, hey, I'm Aaron Rodgers. Get me what the fuck I want.
Yeah, send me exactly where you sent Brett Favre.
So
please.
send me to the Jets, but I'm gonna take your wide receiver, Alan Lazard, and he signed a stupid deal too.
Who cares? I mean, he's so mid anyway.
He's not.
He's below mid.
Well, I'm saying because he signed a $44 million contract
Stupid.
for Alan Lazard.
Yeah, that's stupid. If the Bills sign Alan Lazard, I would think Gabriel Davis is ahead of him on the depth chart. And I honestly mean that.
I agree.
I don't think Lazard is like that good.
You know, a lot of people are Bills fans.
We'll get to the Bills.
They keep
fans.
flipping on everybody.
Let's just stick with the because we'll get to them. But
I agree. I think Gabe Davis had a better season than Alan Lazard.
so
It might
my
not seem that way, but it definitely
I just don't think that Rodgers is who he thinks he is.
anymore. Don't get me wrong; he was very good.
Yeah, he was
Right.
Brett Favre was very good at one
Sure.
point, right? Bart Starr was very good at one point.
You know, I think
He was able to get 500,000 viewers.
well, it doesn't mean he's not.
well, the thing about Aaron Rodgers,
and that's why he's not traded yet, by the way, because until he's traded, everyone's just going to keep fucking talking about it.
right.
And he needs that.
True.
Yeah.
He's got to be in the spotlight.
He fucking needs that.
Well,
so
the thing
much.
is too is he was already kind of on a decline, in my opinion. Just the age and the weapons around him, and then of course, he's crying about not having anybody to throw to, and then they get rid of Devontae Adams, and then they pay him,
A shit ton of money.
$50 million a year, and it's like, well, what did you expect? But the 2 back-to-back MVPs, I think, are what like the Packers were like, oh shit,
that was not deserved either.
This is an MVP.
No.
Two years in a row,
And they're not deserved those MVPs.
we can't go with Jordan Love yet.
Well, not only that too, but like,
And I agree, the second one was bullshit.
yeah,
The first one was bullshit over Josh,
Like,
and the second was bullshit
the
over Brady.
agents use that too to get more
Sure.
money. So I mean,
Sure, absolutely.
I am-
the second one definitely over Brady was.
I'm actually very excited, and I hope he does get traded to the Jets.
I really hope he does, too.
because the Jets ain't gonna win the division, and maybe they do. That's fine. It's just, and you know what he does? He fucks up their whole payroll for the next 3 fucking years, and they're paying this washed up quarterback $50 fucking million to.
unless he's just being an all-time troll job and just absolutely suck
True.
for last season.
Why would he do that? Like
Because
why?
he said fuck the Green Bay Packers.
He's also there's.
I mean,
Here's the thing.
do you
He's
really think he declined that much in 1 year?
no, and he still throws a good ball.
I think he does too. And
Yeah.
the speculation of my thumb was broken a whole season. Okay, dude, shut up.
Here's the thing.
cares.
Tom Brady did it into his 45-year-old season.
Sure.
They're different animals. Tom Brady isn't going to climb up a rhinoceros's asshole and sit in the dark for 4 fucking days. Tom Brady's out there working out, throwing the football, eating nothing but fucking plants to stay in the NFL.
Right.
All Aaron Rodgers doing is fucking taking ayahuasca and just being Mitch Hedberg 2.0 or something right now. And Tom Brady approached his, 40s as a quarterback as an elite athlete. Aaron Rodgers is approaching his 40s as a quarterback as a fucking 1970s hippie. Right? And it's just like it's not going to cross
You're
like
so
that.
right, dude.
It's what it is.
And the biggest thing that people are going to take away from the whole Rodgers fiasco is that, oh, well, look what Tom Brady did. He went from New England to Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers not winning a Super Bowl with the Jets. There is no chance. And if they even come close, I'll eat my words, but there is no way that Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets and does exactly what Brady did in Tampa and win a Super Bowl his first year.
Tom Brady also went to a team with the number one defense in the NFL, the number one passing game in the NFL.
Right.
You know, like literally, and people forget that Jameis Winston in 2019, or was it 2018? Whatever. Jameis Winston's last year as a starter, 2019,
30 touchdowns,
led
30
the league in passing yards. And then Tom Brady walks into that situation.
Sure.
This ain't the same situation.
No.
Garrett Wilson's great. Cool. Allen Lazard's great. That's not Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Rob Gronkowski.
I agree.
It's not.
Yeah.
You know,
Not even close.
Yeah. And
There's no. Who's the tight end in New York?
it's probably going to be Bubba Franks or something. No. It was Conklin, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Whatever.
from the Jets, yeah.
Sure.
Conklin.
Well, whatever, though. Like, I just don't think – I think the Jets will win a few more games. And I think that actually, don't be surprised when Jordan Love is a higher fantasy pick in the 2024 season than Aaron Rodgers. And that's what I'm going to say. Well, this year, I still think Aaron
Well, he's
Rodgers...
going to retire after this year because he's going to go to the Jets, foul miserably, and be like, I didn't really want to play anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because that's how he does it. He's going to turn it around into, I wasn't really feeling it.
Would you guys be surprised, and we got to bring this in for fantasy football a little bit, would you guys be surprised if at the end of the year rankings, Jordan Love is higher than Aaron Rodgers? Fantasy
I don't know
football.
if I would be surprised,
Yeah.
but I think I kind of expected it at this point.
You think
but
Love will have a better year?
I don't know. It's hard to say, really. I don't think
If you go by how bad Rodgers was, then I could see Jordan Love being better.
But I
in
don't.
fantasy,
Yeah,
but
I agree with
it's
that.
still Aaron
And I
Rodgers.
There's
I
one
don't think Jordan Love really looked all that bad when he
No,
played.
Jordan Love looks good, and there's one thing he's got that Aaron Rodgers doesn't, and that's a bit of a mobility.
Right.
He's not Lamar Jackson, but he can run and he'll move and he'll get you a few rushing touchdowns.
I think they're going to be a lot closer.
Where would you right now have those two ranked? Like, who would be ahead of each other?
Well, it's just so hard.
It's tough, right?
It's so hard to go.
And for us to even say that
the thing is,
says a lot.
The reason why it's so hard is that we know what Aaron Rodgers has done in his career. And Jordan Love hasn't started more than 3 games in a season yet.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see him and do that and then make that comparison later. And it's just, I know what Aaron Rodgers is capable of and what he has done. So I want to always put him higher than Jordan Love anyway.
Yeah.
After this year, if Jordan Love just blows him out of the water, then of course he's going to be
Well, I think
moving up the ranks. But
I think I'll still stick with Aaron because
I think I would still go with Aaron as well.
depending on what the Packers do,
Not
like,
by much, though.
There's not much
Yeah.
over there left for receivers. Just Christian Watson.
Yeah.
And, well, Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. The running backs. But they lost Robert Tonyan. He signed with the Bears, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I don't know. What about you, Eric? Well, who are you putting ahead? I think I'm still putting Rodgers. I think Adam
I
said
think
right.
just going with Rodgers just because what he's done. Plus, like, the Packers are a different franchise than the Jets. So,
It's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
so
Okay, here's another thing we got to bring up because we've spent a lot of time on Aaron Rodgers. Surprising, and I brought this up actually to the Gear Network president and CEO, JC Money,
JC Money.
the big Jets fan here. We had a little argument on Facebook about this, and I assured him, I said, JC Money, I don't know if you listen to all our episodes. We've been shitting on Aaron Rodgers for more than right now. Like, this is like
it's not
consistent.
just because he's going to the
Yeah,
Jets.
this
It's
is-
literally because it's Aaron Rodgers and
Yeah.
we can't stand him.
Yeah, this is consistent. And like JC Money, and I talked to him. JC's going to come on one of these shows and talk about the situation. And me and him had not minced word. We weren't fighting, but just the way him as a Jets fan who's excited and should be excited. Right?
Every
He
Jets
should be
fan
excited.
in
Yeah.
the nation should be
Yeah.
excited to get Aaron Rodgers because what they had to deal with the last few years is
Right.
Aaron Rodgers is
Well, The Jets should be Jets fans should be excited about anyone that's their
Not
quarterback,
Zach
not
Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Well, they were
Or
used to be
Mike White.
excited about.
Yeah.
They were excited about Mike White, but
Yeah,
but
well, it's easy to get excited about a guy when
Right.
he comes in a game and throws for 440 yards.
Yeah.
And leads the league that week in passing yards.
And your starter
Right?
is Zach Wilson.
And your starter is Zach Wilson, and you're going, holy shit, what do we got with this guy?
Yeah.
and now he's a backup. Of the
And now he's a
Dolphins.
backup to Tua.
Yeah. So me and JC had this little discourse about it wasn't a demand list, it was a wish list. And my response to that is like, bullshit. He can call it a wish list and soften it, but it's a list of it's either or. It's not demands. It's not like, because he doesn't, and the problem is Aaron Rodgers doesn't hold any cards anymore. He does not hold any cards. The Packers don't have to trade him.
No, they don't.
They don't have to trade him.
Well, they do because they're not going to let him sit on the bench for $50 million.
I was just going to say that. And that's the reason why they want to, is because you don't have a backup quarterback that makes $50 million.
But the problem with it is, like, they don't have to trade him. So if the Jets are offering him a 4th round pick, fuck that. Then we can screw this guy over and tell him to go fuck himself, because we're eating that money no matter what. So the Jets actually have because I don't even know if Aaron has a no trade clause.
He doesn't.
So easily the Jets could be like, Aaron, congratulations, we traded you, and have fun in Houston, right? So the Jets hold all the fucking cards. Just because that motherfucker wants to go to the Jets doesn't mean. I mean, the Packers hold all the cards. He just doesn't do that, right? And I'm sure they'll. It seems like the Jets want to be aggressive, but a want list is a list of demands.
Sure.
That's what it is. You don't think?
and
It's so stupid.
I agree with Jay and everything about having to trade. They don't. You're right. They don't have to trade him, but you don't sit a guy that makes that kind of money. You just don't.
You also
and they're
don't
not
have
going to trade a
and they
two-time
don't-
MVP for a 4th round pick.
And they don't. Yeah, and I totally agree with that too. And they're not just going to push over and
they're not gonna- they don't
lay
have to
down,
trade him to
lay
the
down to
Jets.
the Jets and be like, hey, well,
The Colts
your
like to
4th round pick is the only offer. It's like, well,
the Colts like to make moves for old washed up quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like,
true. I mean, yeah,
if they sweep in with the thing, the Packers can go, well, fuck you, Aaron.
yeah. You're going.
The Jets just offered me the 6th overall pick. Mm-hmm. Boom, I'm taking, or the 4th overall pick, whatever it is. Right?
Yeah.
Like, so
Either way.
I mean, I don't know. I'm over it. I don't want to talk about him anymore.
Yeah, he's annoying.
Can we stop
The
talking
whole
about him?
situation's annoying.
Another guy I want to bring up real quick is the Bills re-signed Poyer and lost Edmonds, which is exactly what we said shouldn't happen.
yeah.
We literally said the exact opposite.
We
Shit.
said that should not happen, and it sucks. But I don't think.
But we also said that if we did lose Edmonds, that we all said that we would be signing Poyer.
yeah,
So.
and we didn't murder ourselves by signing Poyer either.
What are the terms of players deal?
It was cheap. It
I
was
haven't even
like the
seen
first-
numbers, to be honest. I haven't looked.
The first year, I think, is like 2 point something million, and then the next year after that, it's like 4 or something.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
I think it's like a $10 million deal or something total.
Yeah, we didn't.
Everybody who hated him for saying about the taxes are like, hey, welcome back, Jordan. You're the best.
Yeah.
Well, because the people that do that are like the people that are more democratic people, and they have to love everything New York says as a democratic, So it's just like, you can't shit talk New York.
You can't say that about the taxes.
No, I don't care.
We don't want you anyway. And
What's
they're
your-
like, we resigned Poyer. We're like, yeah, we'd love to have you here.
I don't care what you vote. The taxes in New York sucks.
No, they're terrible.
They're absolutely absurd.
Listen to the last episode. I went off on it.
Yep.
So the problem is everybody on
Pickles, all my pickles.
yes, Miss J. Everybody on the Bills Twitter are just like virtue signaling people. They really are, and they're just so much like, oh, Jordan Poyer said something bad about our community. Fuck him. We're a strong community. We're all about values and core values. Jordan Poyer resigned with the Bills. We love Jordan Poyer. We're going to donate to his charity. Hey, look, everybody, I donated to this charity. You see this charity I donated to? Look at this charity. You see the charity? Do you see this charity? Do you see the charity I donated to? Do you see the charity I donated to? That's Bills fans in a nutshell on Twitter.
True.
That's 100%. Because they don't know how to be. They just don't know how to be, and they're trapped in this virtue signaling thing. Like, did I donate to DeMar Hamlin's charity? You betcha. Did I announce it to the world? Absolutely not. Like, it doesn't matter. And it's like, we got so comfortable for being in a shitty team that's the kind of things that excited us. Now that our team is good, allegedly, we're not allowed to criticize them and talk shit.
Yeah.
Like that's bullshit. And arguing with some people about how we lost Edmonds and we don't need Edmonds. What has he done for our community and charitable work? You know what? Charitable work is great and it's nice, but I want to win a fucking Super Bowl.
It's literally what these guys get paid to do.
Right?
Play football and win Super Bowls. Yeah. And it's fantastic what these guys do for their communities and charities and all that. But go out there and win a game.
Yes.
Please.
I bet you Zach Wilson is charitable.
Sure.
Right? Great. Yeah. Good for him. Does you want him on your team?
And he bangs all the moms that come in the door, too.
It's pretty good.
Super,
And now he's a backup.
Super charitable guy, right?
Not yet.
Well, he's not yet.
Yeah, he's about to be.
But, I mean,
if they get the deal done.
To be fair, too, the only reason that Poyer's back is because he found out that he's old as shit and that no one wanted to pay him.
Years old, and nobody wanted to pay him.
He basically admitted to one of the reporters who. And
when Miami spent all their money on
Jalen Ramsey.
And
as they should.
Ramsey's a better player than Poyer. Relax, Bills Mafia. Relax.
Canceled.
He said Josh Allen was trash in 2018. Relax. Jalen Ramsey's a top 5 cornerback in the NFL. So,
agreed.
And yeah, they have Xavier Howard, who people now seem to think that like Jalen Ramsey's like the number 2. Jalen Ramsey is the number 1 in Miami.
Absolutely.
Xavier Howard
is the number 2 for sure.
Like easily, maybe at least for another year or two.
Yeah, Ramsey's not going to be around forever. But
and then Gilmore got traded over to the Cowboys, and like it's looking like the new NFL is 2 number 1 receivers, 2 number 1 cornerbacks. And here come in the Bills with 2 number 2 cornerbacks, 1 number 1 receiver, and 3 number 3 receivers. That's about how I break down the Bills right now.
And a bunch of running backs that they don't use.
So that's where I break, because we signed Trent Sherfield. Who?
Yep.
We signed Deontay Hardy. Who? Okay, who I do when then we found out that it's Deontay Harris and that guy's electric, so I'm a little more excited about him. Sherfield, I don't fucking know. You know what I remember him for? Getting kicked in the ass by that punt.
Yeah.
That's what I remember Trent Sherfield
You know what?
from.
And I had a conversation with somebody about that. It's like, well, what do we remember him for? Literally getting kicked with a punt during a Miami game. They're like, oh, that was the guy?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the guy. Yep. That's who's on our team, guys.
So he's probably a special teams player. I don't think either one of those two are number 3. So they're still up to something.
A lot of people, too, they forget that we bring 90 players to camp, okay? We're going to sign a bunch of random people that nobody's ever heard of, right? It's just now, it's now in the spotlight right now because free agency started. So you're looking at all the moves, you're looking and you're going, holy shit, who?
Well,
who are these guys?
Thielen's off the board.
But then, of course, you're seeing teams.
Me.
Yeah, I know. He's
off the board.
He's off the board.
Texans.
No. Lions.
No, Thielen, I thought went to the Texans, didn't he?
I thought he went to the Panthers.
Oh, the Panthers.
Oh, the Panthers.
Right.
Fuck.
That's right.
I thought it was the Lions.
No, the Texans traded away Cooks.
Yeah, they traded Cooks. Oh, my God.
You're trying to break me and Adam here about bringing up Thielen?
No,
why do you think the Lions? They signed a receiver, I think.
I don't know.
Either way. Your boy Bumbles, though, he's not
in
a Bill.
Good spot.
So.
He's in a good spot, actually, for him because he's going to be probably
going to be the starter for the first 6
press
games.
Conference too.
Yeah, that's why people like him because he talks about fucking Pokemon. Like that means he's a good running back.
He was wild.
Yeah, he's a goofy guy, but he's just not a good running back.
No.
And like now he's going to be like literally
he was
a
the best
number
running back in the league last
He's
year.
going to be literally a number 1 when Alvin Kamara goes to prison. Like he's literally going to be a number.
I mean,
1.
I don't think he's going that far, but he's definitely suspended for the first 6 games of the season.
So yeah,
So
and technically
for
Mark
that-
Ingram's still there too, but he's 90.
Right. He's Jamal Williams is going to be the starter there.
Oh, for sure, ugly
For sure.
Oh, the Bills made a move today, and like it's not sexy. Well, Trent Sherfield's certainly not sexy. But actually, if you think about it more, it is kind of sexy. We signed a top 5 free agent running back today in Damian Harris.
Sure.
Right? Arguably a top 5. Maybe.
Did you see how they phrased it on NFL.com?
No, what did they say?
They said the Bills signed the running back who had the longest run under Bill Belichick in his career. In Bill Belichick's career, he had the longest run for a touchdown, yeah. Which was against the Bills. I'm pretty sure it was against the Bills.
Okay.
I think.
Well, we were all hoping for a big power back from Alabama, and we got the one, right?
Sure.
It's
But Harris is not.
It's not as sexy as we wanted it to be, but I mean,
but
comparative to like, see who got signed. Montgomery, Miles Sanders, right? Like, and then you got like Damian Harris. Like
draft Miles Sanders this year, people.
Yeah, that could be a good one.
Foreman's gone, and Chuba sucks.
But anyway, Damian Harris is a power back who can run up the middle, get you the tough yards, and a goal line back. Like what? Isn't that what we need?
Exactly how the Patriots use them.
Right? Isn't that what we need?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
So-
that's assuming that we're going to use Cook properly.
But maybe we are now
Hines.
because now we've got the big number one back or the big goal line back. You got Hines, who's your pass catcher back, and then you got Cook, who is everything. Right? So it's like now you don't have to beat Cook up for the 3rd and 1s.
Yeah.
You know, now you can throw in Harris. Don't get me wrong, just they didn't sign Harris for barely any money. It's a 1-year deal. This is still James Cook's job to lose.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a chance
agree.
that Harris doesn't make the team, too.
And I think he does unless they do move. I don't think it takes a trade off the block. I don't think it takes a Bijan Robinson off the block. The fact that I don't think Bijan Robinson's going to make it to the Bills takes him off the block. There's a lot of rumbles out there that the Bills are looking into Zeke.
Yeah.
You know,
heard that, too.
Fine. Sure. Like
Got
great
good years left still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a short yardage
Exactly.
guy.
And a pass catcher.
That goes to the point with running backs. is
And
that
Zeke's also really good in pass blocking.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
yes, he is. He's a great pass blocker, and Tony Pollard came in and did great for them, and he's cheap as shit
You don't.
for now.
You don't have Tony Pollard doesn't have the year he had without Zeke doing what he does because it's
I
that
agree.
classic guy that beats down the line and then there
Yep.
goes the smaller,
Listen,
faster guy.
Totally
gone.
agree with you, and that's my point. Is that running backs are that's running back. That's the cycle of a running back,
Yeah.
right? You get guys in here, you bring them in. We paid Zeke. He signed a 8-year deal 5 years ago, right? So they cut him because Tony Pollard came in, played very well, way less money than Zeke.
For now.
For now, until his contract's up, and he's got 3 years left on his rookie deal. So
No, he
or 2 years. Or something.
he was a restricted. They signed him this year. They were
was
both
done?
free agents this year.
And they they franchised.
Or not free agents. He was a free agent.
That's right.
They franchised him and then they cut Zeke.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But like, don't be surprised, guys, when they draft Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's going to keep going like that. I would be happy with Zeke. I think I'd be a touch happier with Leonard Fournette for these like cheap older guys to bring in older guys. They were drafted.
I think I would rather have Zeke.
Fucking Fournette was drafted 5 years ago or 6 years ago. It's not like he's ancient.
Well, here's the thing.
You know,
We know exactly what happened in Dallas with Zeke and Pollard on the field at the same time. Zeke and Cook could be on the field at the same time, do just the same thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I would be
And
very happy
Yeah,
with
I think
that.
Zeke is going to make Cook better. So
I would love to see Zeke or Lenny because Lenny is a winner. You know what I mean? Lenny was just highly touted coming out of college as Zeke. Actually, a touch higher. But the difference was he went to the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars. Zeke went to the Cowboys with the best offensive line in the NFL. I think if the roles were reversed, Lenny would be a more, pronounced.
to be fair, we don't have the same offensive line.
No, we don't. They made a few moves, but
True.
But that's okay because Zeke will help pass block.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unlike, Singletary wasn't horrible at it, but he's just too
also
little.
3'7".
Yeah, he's just too little. Cook, you don't want him doing that.
Yeah.
I remember when Rob Gronkowski broke his arm blocking on a fucking extra point.
Yep, I remember that.
Like, don't put your fucking stars there to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, even anytime I see like Saquon Barkley blocking on the pass attempts, it's like I know you got to do it to like sell, play actions or whatnot, but like, it's just ugly.
Yeah, all it takes is that one time, and
Yep.
you're injured.
So they're not done. The Bills are up to something. They're
think so,
always
too.
quiet.
I think
we
we
had.
won't-
There was no rumblings that they were trading for Stephon Diggs. There was no rumblings that they were bringing in Emmanuel Sanders. There was no rumblings that they were
Yeah.
bring in Von Miller.
I think they like to keep. They definitely like to play everything pretty close to the chest. We probably won't see anything happen until like closer to the draft, maybe.
Well, now that like nobody signed Odell, nobody signed Lenny, nobody signed Zeke,
Nobody's traded for Hopkins.
nobody's done any of that. There's people are starting to be like, well, maybe I'm not worth that much. Maybe I should have the price come down a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the thing. Like,
It could be.
the biggest deal of
Never
free
actually thought
agency
about
so
that.
far was
I do
Jermaine
that.
Edmonds.
Like, I'm not going to order it today. Maybe it'll come down next week.
Right. But, I mean, the biggest deal so far was what? Jermaine Edmonds, right?
Edmonds, I think.
He was the
got,
biggest-
like, what, 18 something?
He was the biggest, like, free
Yeah,
agent
and that's
deal.
only because the Bears have money to blow. So
Right.
True.
they
But
still
he
have the
w-
most cap space.
But he was valued. He's a valued
Yeah.
player.
Not
Orlando
exactly what he was worth.
Orlando
Just
Brown
didn't have
Jr.
enough
got a
money
big
to
deal.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, hasn't been like a big free agency wise. So
no, a lot of players too are getting like 1 year deals or
Who's the Bengals signed that offensive
Yeah,
lineman?
Orlando Brown Jr.
Orlando Brown, yeah. And who's their their lineman that was like, well, I want to be traded now?
yeah, I did see that.
I'm like, dude, why can't you just play in a stacked offensive line and go for a Super Bowl? Why do you need to be traded?
right now,
I thought that was. I'm like,
to me,
that's crazy.
that's a crazy signing to me that they did that because they still have to pay Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Joe Burrow, and you're giving that much money to a left tackle. That's a crazy signing to me.
I thought they paid Burrow already.
No,
He's not. He was
No.
one of the ones that didn't get paid.
the three of them have not been paid yet because they're still all on their rookie deals. Higgins and Burrow are the same.
You're the draft guy. I can't
Yeah.
keep my freaking.
They're
draft
also
straight,
on their
man.
rookie
It's
deals because
crazy.
they were drafted.
I knew Chase was.
They were drafted in 20 and 21.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah. So like Tua was drafted in 19. This was his 5th year option, right? Joe Burrow now, you know, he's
Yeah,
coming up.
no,
You know
I
how
got
much
it.
money he's going to make? If Deshaun Watson, if Aaron Rodgers is making that much money, you know,
Dude,
It's gonna be a lot.
Speaking of, what do you think about Lamar Jackson turning down the fully guaranteed contract at $133 million for 3 years? That would have put him at like 44 3/4 or something like that.
And that all would have been his too because he doesn't have an agent.
Guaranteed.
his agent or his
agent.
family or whatever is in his head because that's a good deal.
I think it's. I thought it was a great
Well,
deal.
it's even better when you don't have an agent that you got paid out of
Right.
that. So you're getting all of that
That's
133.
the third highest paid quarterback in the league.
The problem is now all these actual good quarterbacks, Joe Burrow, I know it pains you, Lamar Jackson, all these actual good, talented quarterbacks are looking at fucking clowns like Deshaun Watson and fucking even Derek Carr being in the top 10.
Daniel Jones is getting
Daniel
40.
Jones.
Daniel Jones.
But the two clowns are, the three clowns, I'm sorry, are Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, and
Hey there, little fella.
Yeah.
those fucking clowns making nearly over $50 million or $48 million a year
Yep.
are the reason Lamar Jackson turns down $44 million a year. Who's an MVP? Who's 26 years old?
For less years.
Right. It's those
Fully
clowns.
guaranteed.
Well,
though.
a lot of players too want the like long term deal because they
Yeah, but
think it gives
but
them
here's
more
my
stability and
thing,
whatnot.
Lamar, dude, you're a runner. You're not going to last that long.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Take the
tough.
fucking fully guaranteed contract
Yeah.
for 3 years, and then if you want to go somewhere else, go somewhere else. But if they want to, if you play your ass off again and make it so you're worth more money, then you can talk, dude. Fully guaranteed contract.
Him being his own agent.
That's really what he wanted.
He knows something is up.
Oh,
And
I'm sure he
and if
does.
anything, I think that you're going to see Lamar Jackson as the starting quarterback for the Washington Commanders because they're a team that blows money all the time. Yeah.
Well, they're trying to sell. Did you hear that?
So why not have
Dan Snyder apparently is gone.
why not have a superstar quarterback? On
Listen,
your
I
team
don't
that tries to
disagree.
sell, right?
I mean, just when you say the Commanders, it's just funny.
That's where I'm thinking now is he's going to end up there
I don't
because
know.
they're going to
I
waste
mean,
money on
well,
him.
Yeah, if they just throw stupid money at
They've
him.
got money to burn.
I mean, I don't know. I just thought it was for him being young still, right? He's
he's 26.
yeah, he was the same age as Josh Allen,
Yep.
same draft class, 2018. So 23. That's 29. That's your 29th season, right? After, if you still have something left,
Especially when you play like him.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's a runner, so I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
At
Like,
29,
at 29, if you got something left in the tank, I mean, you could still get good money, but fully guarantee yourself for the next. What if he's going to go out there this year, break his fucking leg, and never be able to play again, and then he's going to be pissed that he didn't get that fully guaranteed.
Yep.
I hope that doesn't happen. Ravens fans, I'm sorry. I don't mean to jinx him, but I also don't think he's going to be on your fucking team this year.
Yeah, I don't think so either now. It's a weird...
Imagine, too, if he wasn't a running quarterback and we're talking about him, this contract being over 29, he's still got
But that's
12
exactly
plus
right.
years.
But he is a runner.
But that's the thing. The thing like Josh Allen, who is a runner, Josh Allen could make it without his running ability. Patrick Mahomes could make it without his running ability.
Correct.
It doesn't look... I don't think Lamar could. I don't think Kyler could. Kyler can't even make it with his running ability. And like...
Well, Cliff's gone, and Call of Duty's old news now, so...
Yeah, until November.
Yeah. Until the next one.
No, they're not making one this year.
No, they are.
No, I thought it was every other now.
I think they changed it. No, it
Went back to every year?
I think so.
You got to remember, though, he's not going to play till like week 14 because he tore his ACL late in the season, so he's got a lot of time to hit the sticks.
True.
Or no, not sticks. He probably plays keyboard or mouse. He's probably a sweat.
No, he's a controller guy.
Is he? Controller guy? Okay, it's good to know. Yeah. Maybe I'll play with him someday, except I don't play
too
with
small for mouse and keyboard.
He uses the child controllers.
Yeah. He's got the baby ones.
The little baby hands. Is there anything else really from this free agency? Like, it just wasn't like you kind of had a few trades, but like I don't know. I was expecting more.
Well, I think there were so many teams up against the cap that
because of stupid contracts.
Yeah, dumb contracts.
Unless you're the
fucking
Bears, who had like fucking $100 million.
Yeah, but they also didn't pay their quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, they're one of the teams that...
And they're still... Oh, we didn't mention that.
They're still evaluating their quarterback.
How about that fleecing?
Which one?
The trade to get to the number 1 pick.
Oh, my God.
The Chicago Bears, your favorite Chicago Bears, Jay, made one of the best trades in the history of the NFL.
Literally the best trade that I've ever seen.
To move down 6 picks, to move down 5 picks, they acquired 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and DJ Moore.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
To move down 5 picks. That is absurd. That's an absurd notion. And then also...
And just imagine if they move back again because they are going to be like, you know what? We can do it again.
They did now. You look back. Stephon Diggs comes into Josh Allen, a wild, fucking erratic, no accuracy quarterback. Boom, the guy is great. Tyreek Hill comes in with Tua. What happens? Boom, Tua's great, right? So now all of a sudden you're bringing in a number 1 awesome receiver.
Fuck DJ Moore.
To, Justin Fields. So, I mean,
I agree with that. He instantly became the best receiver in Chicago.
Yeah. And they still have Chase Claypool and Darnell Mooney. So it's like he's got good weapons. And
they still have
Cole Kmet.
And Robert Tonyan.
Yeah.
So now...
And they just signed Dante Foreman.
I do like Dante Foreman, too.
So I think he's probably
And they still have a ton
better
of
than
draft picks.
Montgomery, right?
And they still have the most cap space left in the league.
Chicago doing things.
They actually might be good this year.
So you got to find out, though, if Fields is good or he's just...
Right, this is the make or break season for Fields.
Yeah.
If he's going to be good
for
or
sure.
not.
He doesn't...
Especially, them getting Edmonds and shit, and
I'll tell you,
they're making a lot of good moves.
Justin Fields is my early... Where's Justin Fields in your early rankings? I don't want to spoil mine, but...
I'm saying he's probably in the 8 to 12 range.
Oh, wow. What about for you? Where you can put Justin Fields in the rankings?
I think he proved that he's good enough to be up there.
10 to 15.
He's 4 or 5 for me right now.
In a fantasy perspective, yeah.
Yes.
But I'm looking.
That's what I'm
at
talking
overall.
about. It's fantasy.
I get it. What you're talking
4 to
about,
5
dude.
right now.
None of us solely draft players in fantasy just by their fantasy.
But like that's
We
where
all
he.
are like, we hate that fucking
if I'm
guy, so.
sitting here in fantasy football, boom. Josh Allen is gone. Jalen Hurts is gone. Patrick Mahomes is gone. Why is not Justin Fields next?
Because Lamar Jackson's still sitting there.
Is he though?
Justin Herbert.
Right now?
Well, you only said.
But I'm saying, is he though? Is he in a different situation? So break it down like this: Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson. Who has better weapons now? Justin Fields by far.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who and then you got Justin Herbert, but then so Herbert could still
But-
be up there.
Justin Fields hasn't thrown the ball a lot, and neither does Lamar Jackson.
So-
who's a better runner?
That's really up for debate, right?
I think it's Lamar Jackson.
I mean, it could be, but
But I do think that he's definitely in the talks of top 10.
I think he's like
I don't
4 or
think he's that
5.
high up because I'm still taking Jalen Hurts. I'm still
Yeah.
taking. Honestly, you're gonna call him boring, but I'm taking Joe Burrow.
Why don't you talking to the mic there, bud?
I'm talking
Instead of the side.
It's right here.
Burrow could be up there.
I had an itch on my leg.
Burrow could be up there, of course. Trevor Lawrence can make his leap up there. But
yeah,
I'm taking Fields over. How many other people? Like who are you going to take over me?
Daniel Jones?
No. You're not taking Daniel Jones. You're not taking Dak. You're not taking Russell Wilson. You're not taking Matt Stafford.
I would take Dak over Fields.
Over Fields?
I
don't know if I would. Just because of the running ability alone. The running gets you many points.
Yeah, when you're a guy throwing for 500 yards every game.
Dak doesn't do that as much as you think, though.
No, he started off doing that,
and not lately. He hasn't.
No,
really
you're
done
right.
it.
I agree, but not.
So it's just
know.
And I don't think Justin Fields is a great quarterback. I've said that since day one. Yeah. But it's fantasy football, and now he just got a killer weapon, and there's a chance he brings in fucking Bijan Robinson. You really think they're going to go in there with fucking Dante Foreman as their number one runner?
That every team is bringing in Bijan Robinson.
Yeah. The thing is that I don't see Bijan Robinson lasting.
He goes to bed thinking of Bijan Robinson.
I don't think
he's going to the Commanders. He's going to the Cowboys.
I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Dallas.
Going to the Bills.
But you think he's going to last past 12?
Bijan Robinson? Not if he's as highly touted as
he is. He doesn't last past 12. So the Bills are what, 26?
Well, I mean, we did say that running backs aren't king anymore.
Or 28? Wherever the Bills are.
The Bills are 26, I think.
26, and then the 27? Cowboys are right around there because we lost in the same. So I mean,
but they lost first.
Unless one of those two trade up. So then you're looking at somebody like, I mean, the Bears have a hole at running back, right? So it's like I wouldn't be surprised.
Does Foreman come in there and he's better than Herbert, right?
I forgot about Khalil Herbert.
They have Khalil Herbert.
I forgot about
that.
Khalil
Could be their guy.
Right. Yeah,
they have Dante Foreman now.
No, that's true.
Gone.
That's your 1 and 2. I forgot about Herbert. Herbert's good.
I think Herbert's great. I thought he had. I thought he showed a lot.
Yeah, I forgot about Herbert. You're right. I mean, the Bijan Robinson
Montgomery
thing
did over the years.
Bijan Robinson in the draft is crazy because it's just like he could go top 10. I don't think he goes in the second round like running backs have been going lately. The last time a running back was touted this highly, that running back went second overall, and that was Saquon Barkley. So, well,
in the first round, you're going to probably get a team too that's like, oh, our guys are gone. Oh, the best running back in the draft is there. All right, we'll take them.
And the last three highly touted running backs have been Saquon Barkley, Leonard Fournette, Ezekiel Elliott, and they were literally all second, third, and fourth overall. So I don't think that's going to happen this year. But a running back hasn't been this highly touted in a long time, and I know running backs have shifted to the back of the draft or the second round, but I just see I would be highly surprised if he goes in the second half of the first round. I think he's going to be a top 15 pick.
Where do you take Bijan Robinson in fantasy? Are you one of the guys that
second round
thinks he's first round, second round?
Well, depending where he goes, second round.
What if he goes with the Commanders?
Second round. Second round.
What if he goes to the Bills?
Later, because they won't use him like that. Maybe they do. I bet you if the Bills draft him, though, he goes in the first or second round of fantasy drafts.
Well, that's because people around here are homers.
What if the Chiefs draft him? You know what I mean? They need a running back, right? Oh, Pacheco. Okay, fine. But there's a difference between Pacheco and
I think the Bills would draft him before the Chiefs.
That doesn't mean they can't trade up.
Well, yeah, true.
That's the thing, right? So it's it's just interesting to think you think about Breece Hall, who's not as much as a touted as Bijan Robinson. He was a third round pick, right? Fantasy football?
Think so.
Fantasy football?
Fourth for me.
Okay, so third, fourth.
Yeah, third, fourth.
Saquon his rookie year. Saquon his rookie year was a first round pick. Najee his rookie year was a first or second round pick. Jonathan Taylor his rookie year was a first or second round pick.
Are you trying to piss me off with these running backs?
So do you really think so? You got to remember, Breece Hall.
It's his birthday, man. We can't do that.
Yeah,
Breece Hall was drafted late, went to the Jets. People let him go, and look what he did.
All of us said we weren't going to draft Breece Hall.
Dude, I was the first one to say no way on Breece Hall, man.
I'm pretty sure Chaz is always has a policy of not drafting rookie running backs high.
No, I love rookie running backs.
I would have taken Hall if he was there in the 10th round.
No, rookie running
I
backs.
wasn't taking him in the 4th.
You're off on that, Jay, because I had Saquon as rookie year in the first round.
Well, that's Saquon.
And this is Bijan Robinson. It's to me, my Breece Hall hate last year wasn't for the talent; it was for the situation.
For the Jets.
And he
Jets
proved me
in
wrong.
general.
He proved me wrong.
Yeah, no, he totally proved me wrong too, and he was great. And it is so unfortunate that a guy that was having such a good rookie year just blows out his knee.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the nature of the NFL, I guess.
Yep.
And he's going to come back from it. He's going to be good.
Sure. Get rid of the turf.
I get scared off with rookie running backs when they're in different situations. I should have seen more clearly the Breece Hall situation. Like, so for instance, I was scared about Javonte Williams his rookie year because he went in there with Melvin Gordon. You know what I mean? Like, Melvin Gordon was an established number one.
Yeah.
You know, I should have seen it better with the Jets situation because Michael Carter wasn't an established number one. And people were a little iffy on, and even though he tore his ACL or his Achilles, but the next year, the people were iffy on, so technically it was his rookie year, but Travis Etienne last year, we were a little low on him considering, but because we were scared of James Robinson.
Yeah.
Right? And you were big on James Robinson, and then dude gets traded to the Jets, never plays, and now he's a special teamer on New England. Like, we overthink things sometimes.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes
also,
talent wins.
I mean,
well, James Robinson did have a pretty decent season
yeah, he did.
in Jacksonville. Even, yes, Etienne got hurt, right? We understand that in camp. Never even played. Never saw the field.
Never played.
But Robinson came in and he lit up fantasy stats.
But sometimes talent wins. Nobody will look at James Robinson and
I'm
think,
not sitting there going to go. I'm not going to go. Oh my God, James Robinson is the best running back I've ever seen. But he was on my fucking fantasy team last year. I'm going to go. Holy shit, this dude helped me win a championship.
and this is what scares me, honestly, bringing this up now, is what scares me about one of my baby boys, and DeAndre Swift, because, like I'm saying, sometimes talent wins, and as much as DeAndre Swift's talented, Dan Campbell's too old school. He doesn't appreciate him.
Dude.
So, like, he uses Jamal Williams, doesn't re-sign him, and he signs with somebody else, okay. And then he actually brings in a talented running back, even though he's mid, with David Montgomery. But he is talented. I mean, he's just boring. But he's talented. So he brought in a much more talented running back than, Jamal Williams was. So, like, that's scary to me to DeAndre Swift. So, to me, early rankings, DeAndre Swift is like...
So you're not going in
does
early
he fall
on DeAndre Swift this year?
I was going to say, does he fall out of the top?
Oh, God. He'll
two
be...
rounds?
Yes. Oh, yeah. DeAndre Swift's probably...
3, 4?
You're probably
Do you
looking
think
at...
people are going to draft Montgomery over Swift?
Yes. Money talks. They just gave that guy a big deal. And they're not using Swift. They were using Jamal Williams. And as much as you like to fuck around, he's not a good running back. So, like, now that they bring in a good running back.
His stats don't say that.
His touchdowns don't say that. That's fine.
17.
Now they bring an actual good running back, right? They don't like Swift. So I don't know what to say. Like, he's buried, and I'm afraid of the same thing for James Cook.
Dude, he knows he's going to draft him. He knows he's drafting.
Yeah.
God, he'll be in the...
Chance is drafting DeAndre Swift.
He'll be one of my number one... Well, I mean, he'll be one of my number one second-string running backs. He's not the starter there. No way. David Montgomery started there. So he might be the best second-string running back in the NFL because Pollard's going to be number one now. Herbert's a number one now.
Yeah.
So, like, those were two of the better.
So where does Pollard and Herbert rank then?
Pollard's going to be up there. Pollard's probably a second-round pick.
I think Pollard is way higher than...
Pollard's like a second-round pick. Herbert's probably looking at a third-round pick, I would say.
So?
Yeah. I'd say so. Pollard could be a first-round pick.
I don't disagree.
Could.
Unless the Bears get your guy, B.J. Robinson, then Herbert's not going to be...
Well, that's why Bijan Robinson is one of the most intriguing players going into this draft season because fantasy-wise, like for pure football-wise, Bijan Robinson on like the Bills would be an absolute stud, incredible. Fantasy, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. But like his domino affects so many people.
Yeah, but us as fantasy, Bills fans and fantasy players, we know running backs don't do well in the Bills system.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're only looking at it as a fantasy
for Bills, do I want Bijan Robinson on our team? Yes. For fantasy football, I would value him maybe where I value DeAndre Swift if he was on the Bills. You know what I mean? As opposed to if he went to Dallas, if he went to Washington, if he went to Atlanta, he would be first, second round. Second round, I would say. Second, third round.
True.
So that's the thing. And honestly, DeAndre Swift, I'm out on you, bro. Like you're and it's not even anything he did.
Bro.
Nah, bruh. It's not even anything he's done. It's just his coach.
Yeah, I mean,
and look
and
what the coach
has a
did.
Very old school mentality, and he does. I'm within 5 yards of the first down. Guess what? I'm putting in my big guy. I'm within.
We've talked
3
about
yards. What was the stat on Jamal Williams?
Jamal Williams had 17 touchdowns,
right, total,
and 13 of them were 2 yards or less.
Yeah.
There was like a big one.
That's a lot.
There was like a big one. He did like a 50-yard one, and then like a 20-yard run, and maybe a 4-yard one, and then there were 2, 1. So like, and like that shows you Dan Campbell's thinking that he brings in one of, we've said a million times, one of the most mid-boring running backs in the league. He's mid and boring, but nobody would ever say David Montgomery sucks. You know what I mean? He's mid, he's boring. But it's also the Bears system, so who knows what he's going to do over here. Probably mid and boring.
Yeah.
He's not going to be catching swing pass. You know what I mean? He's not going to be doing any of that stuff.
I agree with that.
And who knows? Maybe Dan Campbell's so fucking old school, he's going to use two backs, right?
Who is your number one running back right now?
Christian McCaffrey. Easy. Easy peasy.
Is he going first overall, or is Justin Jefferson going first overall?
I think it's a Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Year. I wouldn't be surprised if people start creeping up on quarterbacks this year. I bet you're gonna see Josh. You're gonna see Jalen hitting the first or second round this year.
I see Josh. I've been seeing Josh hit the first round for like 3 years.
We're Buffalo though. We're in Buffalo. I think early. Here's my top five in top of my head. We're gonna go Christian McCaffrey. Justin Jefferson, Christian McCaffrey. Either one of those two. There's 1 and 2. Whatever way you go. Whatever way you want to slice it. 1 or 2. That's those two. And then you're going to go, depending on if he gets traded or not, probably Austin Eckler. You're probably going to get Chase up there now because of receivers. And I wouldn't be surprised if you get somebody like, it's probably too early for Hill, but I mean, how do you? I know he had it down here, but you're gonna just dump away Jonathan Taylor still?
Yes.
Really? Like, I mean,
yeah, fuck him.
He's a tough one.
You know, so
he had good games in there at the end.
Yeah.
He got hurt again.
Yeah.
And we always say this to fantasy football: you shouldn't be scared of injuries, but they happen and they do affect how they play.
See, it's just like you can't be feared.
Jonathan Taylor falls out of the first round.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
We'll see.
I don't think so. This is my prediction. You're going to get. So usually, you talk to fantasy football players 5 years ago, 10 years ago. There's 12 picks in the first round.
They're all running backs.
11 of them are running backs, right?
100%.
I would say that in the first round this year, you're going to get maybe 5 running backs in the first round. You're going to get Christian, possibly Eckler. Who knows where he ends up?
Yeah.
I think you're going to get Jonathan Taylor.
Probably.
Derrick Henry. Is he still first round worthy?
I don't know if he's going to be. I don't even know if Josh Jacobs is going to get up to the first round. I think Saquon
Barkley still first round?
Yeah, he was a turn pick last year, and he was the second leading rusher in the NFL. So like he's going to be
that's
round.
what 5 running backs.
That's 4
running backs.
Who else is going to be in the first round? Think about it. Maybe Pollard.
I could certainly make.
I'll tell you who's not.
But I don't think he's in the first round.
I'll tell you who's not.
One more second.
Dalvin Cook.
No,
not a first rounder. Nick Chubb's not a first rounder.
Najee Harris.
Najee's not a first rounder. I don't think
he's not even second round.
I don't think Derrick Henry's a first rounder.
See, I'm still high on Derrick Henry.
Now here's 2 guys that could be, but there's injury concerns: Javonte Williams and Breece Hall.
I don't think they're first round.
But they're coming back from ACL injuries.
Yeah.
Right? So who knows? Who knows?
I don't think they're first round.
Who else is going to be in the first round running back? It's not like it was.
No, you're right. It's not like it was.
It's not like it was.
But when you mix in the rest of the positions.
So who's going to be a first rounder? Justin Jefferson. Jamar Chase,
Devontae Adams,
Cooper Kupp.
I still think Devontae Adams is in the first round regardless of who's there.
Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp.
Yep, Cooper Kupp.
Stephon Diggs.
Travis Kelce. Jalen Hurts. I think so.
I can see Hurts.
So you're at 7 right there with
Josh.
Hurts. Josh would be 8.
Yeah.
So then that's only 4 running backs, right? That's how it's going to be now. You cannot tell me that. I would argue that Josh Allen's maybe the first round, Devontae maybe the first round, but there's no doubt about that. Kupp is going to be back in the first round, right? Because he got hurt, but we forgot about him. So you got those big 4. Oh no, we forgot somebody. Tyreek fucking Hill.
AJ Brown.
I don't know if he's first round,
I think he's close to second probably.
but I think Tyreek Hill. Did Tyreek Hill lead the league in receptions?
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, did he? So Tyreek's going to be the first round. Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Maybe Devontae Adams. Maybe Stephon Diggs. That's 6 receivers right there alone.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce's definitely going to be in the first round. So that's 7 pass catchers alone. So that leaves you 5 positions in the first round for quarterback and running back.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like you guys thought. We as a community need to adjust our thinking.
Yeah.
We need to.
I agree.
Even though the league that I won, my first pick was was a running back.
Mm-hmm.
But it was Christian McCaffrey. So
Right.
I won. But I also followed it up with Travis Kelce. So that's kind of like what pushed me over the edge. So I'm going to guarantee that the at minimum it's 50-50 in the first round, if not more, not running backs.
Wide receivers are king points-wise. Running backs are king because there's less of them.
Is there, though? Because if you think about it, and the reason I say that is I had so many running backs on my team that I won the championship in. And I had Christian McCaffrey, and just put somebody's name here because it doesn't matter because, they all are mid. And my starting running back was fucking Rashad
Yeah, but you
White.
had Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
If you don't get, the
He's
top
getting 40, 50 fucking points every week.
If you don't get the
he's
top,
just making up points for the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Christian McCaffrey's sitting here with 40, 50 points, and then you got Rashad White, who
gets 10.
is at 12, 15.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, you can still take 10 from McCaffrey and give White 25 points, and that's pretty good for a fucking running
but
back.
the thing with
and McCaffrey still has fucking 40.
Yeah.
But the thing with people like Justin Jefferson and even Cooper Kupp is they're regularly putting up 25 points a game.
Right.
Like
Especially Jefferson.
Jefferson's
Jefferson
low game
had-
is 19.
I'm pretty sure he had 1 week.
That's what I mean.
That
So,
was
if you don't get
he had
Christian,
2
if you don't get
points.
Christian,
But that was
say Eckler, who if you don't get the top 4 or 5
Right.
running backs, it's whatever.
And that's why I say guys like Derrick Henry.
But there's a lot more wide receivers that you could get.
Guys like Derrick Henry, guys like Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs take a little bit of a dip because they're not catching passes. The guys you just mentioned 2 running backs, and they're the 2 running backs that catch fucking 100 balls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Here, listen to Justin Jefferson's points here. Okay. I had him in 1 league in my championship. 38, 7.8, 2.9. Those were 2 duds by Kirk Cousins. Okay. So I'm going to blame those on Kirk Cousins, not the fact that he wasn't open. 29, 26, 14.5, 12, 22, 33, 5, 26, 15, 31, 25, 26.
So, I mean, he's up and down, but still,
He is.
running
but
backs
he-
are way more up and down.
Yeah.
There was plenty of times I'm hoping for my RB2 to get me 12 points.
Right.
Please get me 12 points. Please. I'll feel better.
Prime example. I had Eckler, right? First 3 weeks. 9, 14, 9.
And then he went nuts.
32, 37, 20, 30, 22, 10, 17, 19, 12, 20, 14, 21, 34.
Yeah. So,
I agree with the running back thing.
it's just a
I
different
agree.
game.
It's just a different time for the NFL. It's a passing league. You get more points for wide receivers, and you have to have a good quarterback.
And there's only 4 good quarterbacks, 4 dominant league winning quarterbacks, and 1 tight end.
And yeah, absolutely.
So me winning as much as I won with Christian, I won because I had fucking Kelce, and the fact of the matter is I got lucky with Justin Fields. Not even though, because he really wasn't even good in the playoffs.
Well, he had one good week.
Yeah, he had 3
Maybe
good
2
weeks,
good weeks.
Yeah, but like he was serviceable with his running. So even though like he
threw for 70 yards, he ran for 200.
170-yard rush from the guy is 13 points, right? And he ends with like 17.
Yeah,
so I got lucky with that. But like Mahomes, Allen, Hurts are really the only guys that like won you games last year.
True, and it's really,
and then there's the next level of like Burrow, Herbert.
Those are probably your tier 1 guys for sure.
Those 3.
Yeah.
And the next you got like Burrow, and Herbert.
Even I would put in there.
Yeah, he'll be in the next.
I would put Jackson in there.
In Jackson, yeah, because I wouldn't put Jackson in the top tier.
No, I would put him underneath.
I don't know. We had a lot of talk today. Actually, I didn't know. We're already over an hour.
Yeah.
Are we gonna sing Happy Birthday to Jay?
No,
bro.
Nah, bro.
Jay, this is for you for your birthday.
Your opinion really doesn't matter.
And just for old school's sake.
Didn't I ever tell you about Bumbles?
Best running back in the league last year.
No.
Oh man.
Double J here again.
Free agency just started last week.
Yeah, we
got draft coming up in like
a month. Just about a month. And that's about the time we're kicking it into high gear, folks. So we've been skipping a couple, week off, week on. We'll be kicking it into high gear right as the draft happens. And because that's pretty much it. All systems go by that point.
I can't wait to see how we did predicting our.
That's going to be. That's probably the next episode. We're going to go back and hold ourselves accountable for our picks. So
it's going to be rough.
Maybe next week, but most likely the week after.
Which one?
So guys, do your studying.
Sure.
And get ready.
I'll do all my research.
Yeah.
We always on the show. No, which means I have to listen to the old episodes, cut clips, figure it out.
Well, I have all my notes. I'll just look at those.
All right. Do I have a song of the week? Does anybody have a song of the week?
Oh God. Should we do a country song?
No.
You're so lame, dude.
No country song.
So
you got anything?
Anti-country.
You got anything, Jay?
You really are.
No, I think we should do a country song.
No, I don't want to do a country song.
I think we should. It's my Am show.
Oh my God.
Well, it depends on what songs Am's going to pick, though.
How about, I don't know, who do we like? How about Dirk Bentley?
I don't know who that is. Sure.
Oh my God. Just pick the song.
He's so sad. He's like, never mind.
So annoying.
Chaz is just going to pick the song anyway, so.
I didn't have one picked.
How about, have we played a Robbie Vegas song yet?
Oh, no, you're right. I was going to do that. Okay.
Let's do.
What's the last song on his newest album? Promise Me or
hold on.
That's one we're going to do. No, that's his old album. You see what I did there? Hold on. We're going to play the last song in his new album. That's right. That's what I wanted to do. Thank you for reminding me for that.
Robbie Vegas.
Shout out to Robbie Vegas, host of
the Sleepless.
No, the new album, Whispers in the Dark.
That's what I'm looking at.
No.
Yeah, Whispers in the Dark, dude.
What, did he take off one of the songs? That's not the last one I remember.
A Favor.
That's a Promise Me, A Favor. Close, right?
Not really.
No, okay. A Favor. That's what we're going to do. Robbie Vegas, A Favor, his brand new EP, Whispers in the Dark, came out this year, and got to show some love.
All bets are off.
The All Bets Are Off podcast with Robbie Vegas. The next episode will be featuring yours truly, Chaz Stanley. We're doing a 1970s Kiss song draft. Aren't you guys excited for that one?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be the first one to download that episode.
Jay wants to hear country.
We're going with Robbie Vegas. He's close to country. He's close to country. So he's not going to hear this. So it doesn't matter. He's not listening. All right. For the All Bets Are... No. For the Fantasy Football Bros podcast, Adam, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You're a really good fantasy football player.
No.
Okay.
I have a championship.
Jay,
I don't know how to make sausage.
thank you for
Sort of true.
That was still the greatest.
thank you for joining us, Jay.
Yeah, no problem.
And thank you for hanging out with
Jay, happy birthday again.
Yeah, happy birthday. This one's for you.
Pickles didn't even, really sit on your lap today.
She did a little bit.
She hopped up there for a minute and was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, enjoy the Robbie Vegas song. Peace.
Later, guys.
Do me a favor, just say you love me one more time. it's a lie, just say it one more time. I can't breathe, I can't sleep. All I think about you and me. I'm on the edge of a broken heart, tracing us back to the start. I could see it all growing. So write this novel with me, that the whole world would be amazed to read. Love me the way you did that night, when you looked in my eyes and everything was right. You held me close and said we'll be just fine. It's just you and me, it's all that matters tonight. Do me a favor, don't listen to your head, listen to your heart. Don't let them tell you you can't have your own fresh start. I can't breathe, I can't sleep. All I want is you with me. I'm on the edge of a broken heart, looking at pictures of who we are. I could see your love glowing. So write this novel with me, that the world is telling us to be. I'm getting down on my knees, I'm pleading for you to hear me, please. Love me the way you did that night, when you looked in my eyes and everything was right. You held me close and said we'll be just fine. It's just you and me, it's all that matters tonight. I can't breathe, I can't sleep. All I think about is you and me. I'm on the edge of a broken heart, looking at pictures of who we are. So write this novel with me, that the whole world would be amazed to read. And all these years in life that passed us by, I wish we could go back, 'cause I'd be by your side. I'd like to thank you for changing my whole world, and all you had to do was be my girl. So write this novel with me, that the world is telling us to be. And I promise I won't let you down. I'll catch every tear before it touches the ground. I can't breathe, I can't sleep. All I want is you with me.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.